Hey everybody, Sam here again, and I'm here to do another quick review for you of another case for the Samsung Galaxy S3. Now I have reviewed a case that's pretty much identical to this in terms of feeling and everything like that, but this one, I've got this one as well. So as you can see here, it's kind of like a nice, kind of silicone-y kind of look. It has got an extra kind of cut out there, which I'm not too sure what it's for, to be honest with you, but it has got a cut out there, and obviously if your LED, your camera and your speakerphone, obviously at the top, it's kind of raised out there a little bit. Anyway, we're going to stick it on the phone, and again, I got a white one. I picked white again, specifically because I like the fact that I want my phone to look white still, and as you can see there, it's a pretty decent match in terms of the colours. Maybe it's a little bit more, a bit yellowy white than the pure white, but anyway, when it's on the phone, it actually looks really nice. So again, stick it in there, nice and easy, just pop it over, and Bob's your uncle. It's really, really nice and easy to actually, install there. And again, I don't really know why there's that little cut out there. I don't know if they anticipated something being on there that's not, but it's there anyway. But yeah, as you can see there, the cutouts for the camera and everything else are perfect. They're all aligned as you would generally expect. On some of the low-end cases, they're not always perfect. I'm glad to say that this one is there. The top of it, as you can just see there, it's got a slightly smaller hole than the actual previous case I reviewed, but it is dead on for the actual microphone. And the 3.5mm headphone jack, again, it's pretty much just exactly the size it should be. Some headphones I did have problems with. I've tested on different ones. If you've got more of a kind of like a bigger kind of thing there, it doesn't actually go through the case because it's a little bit too, it's a bit too small. So if you've got some with like a bigger kind of jack, you will have problems using it with this kind of case. Obviously on this side of the device here, you've got your volume up and down. It's hard to show in a white case, but you can just see it there, and it's just raised just enough for it to actually work. Bottom of the device, it's got your decent cutout there for your micro USB for charging and syncing, and again there, just perfect cutout for the microphone. Last but not least, you got your volume, you've got your power/lock button, and again, in terms of using it, it's quite stiff as this one. It does work. You can't feel it really. You can't really feel it going in and out. Just for the fact that the case itself, it's not really soft. It looks soft, but it's actually not that soft. And using it, you can't really feel if you pressed it in or not. It's basically pressing it in and hoping the screen comes on. So this case, it's not as good as the previous one I reviewed, just for the fact that you can't really tell. Another couple of things I'm not too keen about this one is like the kind of cutouts. You can see there. You can see where it's all been moulded, and you can feel it all down the side. And these are generally why these cases are a lot cheaper than some of the more expensive cases. It's hard to show you in a white one specifically, but all the side down there, you can see where it's actually, you can feel where it's being moulded, and it's kind of got a bit of a weird feel to it. It's not nice and smooth all the way around, which you get with your higher end manufacturers. Good thing is that the actual camera itself is kind of recessed in there, so when it's down, it's fine. And once again, with the front of it, you just protect the front of your device again, it's not going to scratch it. So it gets thumbs up for that. The only thing I don't like is that the materials used, they are a bit too thick. There's not a lot of give to it, which is good in some ways, because obviously for bouncing it around, it's going to be good. But it needs to be a lot. You maybe have cutouts for these, or use some kind of different rubber. But again, for the kind of price it is, you kind of expect it in a lot of ways. This one is, again, it's about £3 on Amazon. Again, I've put a link in the description if you want to go pick one of these ones up. If you want to see my other video, I'll put like a little annotation here. The case is very similar. It was like a frosty coloured version, but the materials used in the previous one were a lot nicer. One thing I've noticed, so this doesn't actually kind of stick as much as the other one. So in terms of kind of like bits and everything kind of sticking to it, it has got a bit of a more of a resistant kind of back. So if you've got sweaty palms and whatnot, it doesn't stick loads of dirt on you like the previous one. Anyway, people, if you've got any questions, you know what to do, hit me up down below. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at samjpullen. If you like these kind of videos, do click that like button. It is much appreciated, and it tells me you want to get more of these kind of like bargain basement cheaper cases into review. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I shall see you in my next video. Cheers, everyone.